Well, it's 3 o'clock today.
On Friday!
On this sunny sundial kind of day. Oh, it's so excited it is Friday, and we're in the Sunny TV Clubhouse, and on the show that's in the afternoon, also known as...
Afternoon Delight.
That's right. I'm next to my Sunny Honey. My co-host is Mel today, and we have an Afternoon Delight show packed with all of your favorite segments. We have like Pop Culture Thunderdome Quiz. It's life anniversary of Mariah Carey theme today. We have Meme It or Leave It. We have some snarky ones. You'll enjoy those. I think some actually came from your section. We also have a Reddit rundown report. Somebody
don't give a teaser.
But you have to understand when you do a show, you need to give a little teaser so that they stay
just
on.
A little.
You don't realize when you watch the show, you'll see people fluctuate in and out of the show. This gives a teaser to like hold on. So don't leave your phone, please, or your desktop. But we have a Reddit rundown report today that we're going to be talking about someone threw a bowl of soup at somebody.
Yes.
And we're going to unpack that. Of course, we got Is This News? We got 3 news stories that Mel sent over, and we're going to be the judge and the jury to let her know, is it newsworthy or is it meh? And we also have Hey Girl, Hey Horrible horoscopes for Aquarius and Pisces today.
The water
Sorry,
people.
Barbara Jean. Yeah. All right. Let's get into Pop Culture Thunderdome. Let's get some Pop Culture Thunderdome music, please.
Mariah Carey Thunderdome Quiz.
Someday, hey, the one you gave away will be the only one you're wishing for.
Someday.
You know she hates that song? I hate that she hates that song. She
I
hates
do
that
too.
song. She does not.
You and I did a great music video to it.
She doesn't. We did. She does not like that song. I think it
love
reminds her
that.
too much of Tommy. But let's get into this Pop Culture Thunderdome quiz. First question. Mariah Carey has how many Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles as a solo artist? Is it 16, 18, 19, or 21?
Baby Thunderdome, I do not know.
Baby Thunderdome quiz so Mel can get an answer right. All right, this first one. Mariah Carey is famous for being a chef, a singer, an astronaut, or dentist.
A singer, David.
Great job. Saved by the baby.
The baby.
All right, let me put that here so I can see and keep going. Question number 2. True or false? Mariah Carey was born in New York City.
False. She was born in Long Island. I forgot the name of the town, but Long Island.
Hey. Next up, which hip-hop artist on the groundbreaking remix of Fantasy? Who was it? Was it Snoop Dogg? Was it Old Dirty Bastard? Was it Jay-Z or Notorious B.I.G.?
I think it's Old Dirty Bastard, and that was the line I was singing. Me and Mariah.
Go back like babies with pacifiers. Old dirt dog, no liar.
Yes.
All right, next one. True or false? All I Want for Christmas Is You did not reach #1 until decades after its release.
True.
Okay.
And it was solely handled by David.
Next up, Mariah's 5-octave vocal range is roughly the equivalent of which of the following? Average for professional singers, slightly above average, extremely rare, or common among pop divas?
C, extremely rare.
Okay. Next up, number 6. Mariah Carey wrote or co-wrote the majority of her hit songs.
Baby Thunderdome.
Baby Thunderdome quiz where Mel can get an answer right. All right, number 2. Mariah Carey sings All I Want for Christmas Is You. True or false?
True.
Okay, very good. Next.
Can you imagine if I missed that?
Oh my! I would have been nervous.
You've been punched me.
Next up, I don't do violence. I just get you another way. Nah, next up, One Sweet Day is her duet with Boys to Men. It held the #1 spot on Billboard for how many weeks? Was it 10, 12, 16, or 20?
Baby Thunderdome.
Baby Thunderdome quiz where Mel can get an answer right. Number 3. Mariah is often called the queen of Halloween, summer, Christmas, or birthdays?
Christmas.
Correct. All right. Next up, Mariah Carey's nickname, Songbird Supreme, was given to her by her fans online. True or false?
Baby Thunderdome.
Baby Thunderdome quiz where Mel can get an answer right. Smart move. Let's see. True or false? Mariah Carey has a dog named Santa Claus.
I don't know that. False.
Correct. Great job.
I don't know.
Next up, it's Buddy. Next up, which movie featured Mariah Carey in her most critically acclaimed acting role? Was it Glitter?
Oh, Jesus.
Was it Precious? Was it The Bodyguard? Or was it Dreamgirls?
I think it's Precious. B.
Okay. Next, last one, true or false? Mariah Carey is the only artist to have a #1 single every year of the 1990s.
I feel like that's true. False. Baby Thunderdome.
Baby Thunderdome quiz where Mel can get an answer right. All right. Which instrument is most associated with her songwriting? Is it the drums? Is it the piano? Is it the tuba? Or is it the banjo?
What?
Which instrument is most associated?
Piano.
Correct. Good gracious.
Lord, that was tough.
All right, let's get into this answer key, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. Where is he? Back.
Back to slay the answer key. All right, first question
The
you
fan
said.
is hitting your hair. It's
I know
brilliant.
it's like soft.
It's like Mariah Carey vibes.
I love it. Yeah, it's totally
Unbothered.
vibes. All right, next up, or first one you said.
I said Baby Thunderdome.
Great. In a court of law, you would have said
19.
correct.
Okay, I just guessed.
Second to only the Beatles for the #1 hits in the U.S. chart history, Mariah Carey has held the Billboard Top 100 for 19 weeks.
When in doubt, see it
19 songs, excuse me. Next up, you said
False.
Correct. She was born in Huntington, New York on Long Island, not New York City. Next up, you said
out. Old Dirty Bastard. B.
correct. The remix is credited in helping her launch the modern pop rap collaboration era. Next up, you said
True.
This was All I Want for Christmas Is You, and it did not reach #1 until decades after. You are correct. It was released in '94, but did not hit #1 until 2019 due to streaming and rule changes. Next up, you said
C. Extremely rare.
correct. This is her 5-octave range. Few singers possess that range, plus her whistle register control. It's very interesting. Next up, you said
Baby Thunderdome.
in a court of law, you would say
True.
Correct. She, Mariah Carey, co-wrote and writes most of her songs in pop history. Next up, I believe you did Baby Thunderdome.
did.
Good, but in a court of law, you would have said
12.
wrong.
16.
Correct.
See, when in doubt, see it
16,
out. I
yeah.
should've
It held the record for over 20 years as the longest running #1 song for 16 weeks. All right, next up, you said
I said Baby Thunderdome.
in a court of law, you would say
False.
Correct.
Okay.
Her nickname, Songbird Supreme. Most critic Guinness recognized the title Songbird Supreme, not the fans. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we don't ever call her Songbird
calls her
Supreme.
that?
I don't know. Guinness Book of World Records.
Dumb.
They're dopey.
Stupid.
Next up, you said.
I said Precious.
You made
B.
a really great choice here. That was a hard one. Her dramatic role in Precious surprised critics and audiences alike. She was
She
fantastic
was
in
the
that
teacher
movie.
or the social worker?
She was the social worker.
Social worker, that's
Very, very good job in that
Thank you,
movie.
thank you.
Glitter was the other one that she was in, but
Yeah,
it
that
was
was crap.
It was not critically acclaimed, and it was not crap. It was actually a great film. It was just during the time of 9/11, and that was not an easy time to have anything, an album or a movie released. Anyway, you said in this last one,
You know I said Baby Thunder. Oh, yeah.
right? But in a court of law, you would say
True.
Wrong. It's
False.
false. She had at least one #1 every year of the 90s, except 1996, which was the time
I
that.
got 100.
Hooray! On a Friday. That is
Yes.
so exciting
I
for
want
you.
to give all my credit for all my hundreds this week to Baby Thunderdome quiz.
Baby Thunderdome is sweeping the nation.
Yes,
I'm
it
telling
is.
you, it is a wonderful crutch to have. Let's go over to the Capybara Cafe.
Looking for your wild side with a gentle twist, Sonnies? Say hello to the Capybara Cafe, Florida's most unforgettable animal experience. Get up close and personal with capybaras, reptiles, and the cutest exotic creatures around, all while learning, laughing, and making a real impact. Every visit supports animal shelters, provides sustainability, and delivers educational magic for the whole fam. So don't just scroll, scurry over to thecapybaracafe.com and book your encounter now. The Capybara Cafe, where curiosity lives and your wild heart gets to roam.
Oh boy, we're gonna get into Meme It or Leave
Yay!
It. I'm really excited because hopefully next week we will announce our new title sponsor for
God, so good.
the afternoon show. Really excited to get into Meme It or Leave It. They're going to be highlighting this moment. But this first one here, I don't know if the new kids are soft or I was just abused in life. Yeah. Like,
They're
I'm not quite
soft.
sure,
They're
right?
soft.
Very soft, I know. Next up, made a lot of mistakes in my life, but adding more cheese than what the recipe calls
Yeah.
for has never,
never been one of them.
Yep. Next up, designer. How big should the gap be in the front seats between the center console and your seats? And then
It's a
the
car
boss
designer.
says, big enough for a phone and car keys to fall
Yes.
into. Then the designer says, okay, no problem. Should it also be big enough for a hand to reach and retrieve the phone and the keys? And the boss goes, absolutely not.
That's the worst.
It is horrible when
and
this
you
happens.
stick your hand down, then you get it all cut up.
I had to buy something actually to fill that gap, and it's like a little
yeah. Does it
pocket
work?
thing. Yes, it does.
Oh.
Next up, you are all against alcohol and cigarettes and sugar now. Okay, but who was there for you when your life fell apart? Sure wasn't broccoli.
Or kale.
Next up, tip of the day. Gas prices are getting so high that I went to the dealership and test drove 3 cars to run my errands.
That's smart.
It's not a bad idea.
Working the system.
Next up, you'll pay good money to hear a comedian say something offensive, but when I say it for free, oh, I'm the bad guy?
Story of my life.
Every single day
My
on Sunny
freaking
TV, for sure. Next up, I had to leave that dude alone because our signs didn't match. I'm a Sagittarius, and he's a bitch.
Also said by Mel.
Next up, how do you call someone's therapist and tell them what they're really up to?
yeah.
And next up, an Irish entrance is me just not showing up at all.
I love that.
Me too.
How do we do that?
Well, we kind of did it last weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
And finally today, I need Shazam for faces of people I've met multiple times and really should know their names.
I love it.
Wouldn't it be great if you could just scan their face
Yes.
and be like, this is
Oh.
Eric Uribe. Yeah.
Eric Orive.
Oh, speaking of Uribe, made no sense. Annie's Reddit Rundown Report.
Lord.
And we have quite a Reddit Rundown Report
All
for
right.
you today. Of
Hit
course,
me with your best shot.
the subreddit is Am I the Asshole?
Oh, yeah.
Which is one of your favorites.
I love this. It's my absolute favorite, not one of them.
Wonderful. Wonderful that I can provide this
You're so
moment
good.
for you.
So entertaining for
A
me.
lot of paperwork on this
Lots
one.
of
There's a lot
paperwork.
of citations in this one that
Oh.
apparently were good gracious, David. What did I
Oh my
write?
God.
The Bible? This is
You
like
did. The Bible is sunny.
the
That's what it
Quran
is.
over here. All right.
It's like 57 pages long.
Am I the asshole for sending a lawyer instead of a warning after my sister's son threw a bowl of hot soup at my head and I refused to give her $40,000?
Wait.
It's a lot to unpack, right?
Oh, this sounds so dumb.
Okay, here we go. The bowl hit the wall about 6 inches from my face. Not a toss, not an accident. He wound up and threw it, and the soup, whatever it was, chunky and still steaming, ran down the wallpaper. I put up myself 3 years ago. He was standing in my kitchen in my house, pointing at me, and he said, "You owe her everything. Everything you have should be hers too." I didn't yell back. I just kept looking at the wall. Backstory. My sister moved in 8 months ago. She said it was temporary. She said 3 months, maybe 4, just until she got back on her feet after her divorce. I said, okay. I cleaned out the guest room and gave her a key and added her to the utilities so she could manage her own stuff. It felt like the right thing to do. 3 months became 5. 5 became 8. And somewhere around month 6, she stopped looking for work. I noticed small things at first. The fridge emptied faster than I shopped. My name started showing up on forms I never signed. A gym membership, a streaming bundle, a furniture account with a balance I found by accident. When I asked about it, she said that I was being dramatic. She said family doesn't keep score. Oh, I started keeping score.
Good for her.
Last month, she sat me down and told me that she has found a house that she wants to buy, and she needed me to co-sign the mortgage and cover the down payment, about $40,000. She said it's the least I could do after everything that she's been through. I asked her, what? I owed her for. She brought up our childhood.
Oh, here we freaking go.
She brought up a loan from 11 years ago that I had paid back. She brought up our mother's illness as if I had not been in that hospital too. I said clearly and calmly, no.
Good.
I said I love her, but I was not co-signing anything that I was not giving her $40,000.
She can give me $40,000.
Well, she cried.
Good.
Then she got quiet.
Did you give her
Then-
a tissue and say, dry it up, sister?
She called her son. He showed up the next morning while I was having an early lunch, 23 years old.
Okay.
Standing in my kitchen doorway, working himself up like he had rehearsed it over and over again in the mirror. He told me that I was selfish. He told me that I was cruel. He told me that my sister had sacrificed her whole life for this family and I was sitting on money while she suffered. I said, this is not a conversation that I'm having
No, not
with
with a
you.
kid. Bye.
Right.
Get out of my house.
That's when he grabbed the bowl off the counter and threw it. The soup was still piping hot. I felt the steam when it
hell
passed
no.
my face. He screamed, "Give her what she needs or get out of your own house." Makes no sense, but
Idiot.
I looked at the soup on the wall and then I looked at him and I said, "Okay." And I walked to my room. I did not pack dramatically. I called my friend and told him I needed a place for a week and then called my lawyer. I had been renting this house from my own LLC, something my accountant set up years ago for tax reasons, which meant my sister was technically just a guest, not a tenant, and had no legal standing. My lawyer confirmed it. He said that he could have someone there by the afternoon.
To Victor to get her out.
I
Okay.
took what I needed, my laptop, my documents, my grandmother's ring that lives in the box in my closet. I left everything else exactly where it was. I did not slam the door. When my sister came home that evening, she called me furious because a man in a suit was standing in the living room with a legal notice saying she has a 14-day vacate order. She said I ambushed her, said that I was vindictive. She said that I could not believe I would do this to family. I said, I asked you clearly, and he threw a bowl at my head. She said her son was just very upset and I needed to be a bigger person. I hung up. She said she'd been staying with a friend since then. Her son called me twice, both times to tell me I had destroyed the family. My aunt texted me that I was cold. My cousin said I should have just talked it out. Nobody mentioned the soup on the wall. Here's the thing I keep sitting with. She never once asked me how I was doing in those 8 months. Not once. Every conversation was about what she needed, about what she was going through, and what I could do. And I kept adjusting, kept shrinking, kept telling myself that's what you do for family. I didn't realize how much space I'd given up until I walked back in the house and it was quiet and it was mine again. So, am I the asshole for not giving her a warning before the lawyer showed up?
Nope, you're not the asshole. You did the right thing. You tried to do your best for your family. And just because people... I'm so sick of this crap.
Right.
Oh, but it's your sister. It's your family. So you won't let a perfect stranger take advantage of you, but you're supposed to let your family. People can... I'm going to say it. People confuse unconditional love with unconditional tolerance.
Yeah.
It's like you're supposed to... Certain people think that they're above being held accountable and responsible, and you're supposed to just let them act however they want, treat you however you want, and it's okay.
So then can you define what family loyalty really means?
Family loyalty to me is if somebody's trash talking my family or an outsider is trying to take advantage of my family, then you step in and you F them up.
Right.
Whether it's a verbal or physical, it doesn't matter.
Psychological?
Yeah, you stay. That's family having family's back. It doesn't mean you're responsible for helping someone clean up their messy ass life and their situations they created on why she can't rent her own apartment. It's not your responsibility to feed your grown sister and her 23-year-old son. You know what? First of all, the sister shouldn't have been having grown-up conversations with her son.
Yeah, she just should have never brought her son into the picture, and she obviously knew that he was this
And they
immature.
act okay that he
23 years old, he better pull
he
it together.
assaulted her.
Honestly, he
That's
could
assault with a
he could have
weapon.
been arrested
He
on
should
that.
have been arrested.
He should have been arrested just to teach
That's
them a lesson.
assault with a weapon.
Right. Why do people often?
And it's a waste of food.
I mean, it's the soup. What sounds delicious.
What did the food do to him?
Is forgiveness a virtue?
There's no forgiveness,
especially
in this.
when it enables harm like this. I mean,
No.
do you see
No.
him saying maybe sorry?
No, he's not going to say sorry because he wasn't taught how to say sorry because his mother doesn't even freaking say sorry.
Well, I feel like he would say sorry but not mean it.
I don't think he would apologize.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, is there a moral difference between refusing help and refusing to be exploited? Like, I think she helped the sister, like,
I think
for
that-
8 months.
Yeah, 100% she did. I think that depends on the individual person.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with a selfish, narcissistic, sociopath, pathological liar, then it's all free game.
I think that the family bond was already broken in this story because it sounds like she's using the scapegoat of the mother in the
Yes.
hospital.
But I hate when people do that crap. Like,
It's guilt. I mean, that's what I was
let it
raised
go.
on. So
at some point, you build a bridge, you get over it, and you let it go. And I understand for some people it may be harder than others, but that's why they have counselors. That's why they have medication assisted services. You have to make. Everybody has a choice to make where you either are gonna decide if you want to live in that victim state forever and let the trauma that you've dealt with your entire life, if that's going to define you, or if you are going to do proactive steps to make your life better, to move in a more positive direction. Unfortunately, to do the latter, it's very hard, and a lot of people rather just live in that victim state where they can use it as weapons against people.
how come chronic givers don't realize how much they actually give until they stop giving?
Because chronic givers feel like they want to take care of everybody else and they can do more and all of that. And until it gets to the point where they stop, they don't know. But if you're a chronic giver, you have to say no because it tears you up. It wears you down.
Do you think in the beginning of the story, should she have even taken the sister in after the divorce?
No, because what I'm hearing is after the divorce, first of all, there's probably a reason why they got divorced. Well, I mean, obviously there's a reason. But it sounds like from the beginning of the story, I think she should not have taken the sister in. Because I immediately, when she said, okay, for 3 months, then the next line was 3 turned into 5. 5 turned into, I knew that was going to happen.
But I mean, like, how do you help a family in a situation like that then? Like, what if it was one of your sisters?
Well, my sisters wouldn't do that to me.
Let's just say that
hypothetically.
came down to hypothetical.
I would, and I learned this from my dad. If we wanted something, my dad would draw up a contract and he would make us sign it. So he taught us about legal binding documents. I would get a lease because you can go on and print out a free lease online and it's legally sound. The minute it gets signed and notarized, and you have to have a witness.
Yeah.
So, like, I could make you my witness. My sister would then sign it. And then if she doesn't
And you got to get it notarized, right?
Yep.
That's a notary.
Yep. And then by the end of that time, then I would be like, all right, I'm serving you an eviction notice.
So there's been a lot of comments on this, obviously. So I kind of did a little,
what you got?
A little condensation here. Many commenters viewed that the thrown soup not as anger, but as assault and intimidation
Yes.
moment here.
Agreed.
A significant number of people argued the response should have been even stronger. The nephew's action consisted assault. Yeah, police involvement was appropriate or overdue in the situation. Legal eviction was justified and possibly necessary. Documentation, credit checks, and security measures were advised.
Yep.
Some commenters emphasized that the law exists precisely for situations where personal relationships break down. In essence, this wasn't pretty. It's potentially super dangerous.
Correct.
So, self-protection over the family obligation. Many responses validated that the homeowner's actions as self-preservations. You don't owe financial rescue to relatives. Family ties don't override personal safety. Protecting assets and home is reasonable, and removing exploitative people can be a healthy situation.
So when I worked at Epic, I learned a phrase: your triggers are not my responsibility. So the trauma that she dealt with as a sister, the sister dealt with, it is not the other sister's responsibility to fix it.
Yeah, helping someone doesn't obligate you to sacrifice for your stability.
Your
right?
triggers are not my responsibility.
Right. And then several commenters focused on a longer timeline. The sister stopped working.
Yeah, she had no plans to move out.
She had no plan. She maybe started in the beginning, but then, like she said, that
She
6
got
months.
too comfortable, and I'm sorry, but the sisters whose house it was, she almost made it too comfortable.
I'm
for her.
flabbergasted
She,
that the financial boundaries were totally ignored here. Like,
I'm
she
not.
ordered furniture under her sister's, like, the protagonist's
That's the
name.
first thing these people do.
Yeah.
Moochers.
Unauthorized use of the homeowner's identity and credit, like that.
That's illegal.
That's fraud, like major. Like
Bye.
that's, yeah. The demands escalated rather than the gratitude appearing. We got that. A gradual shift from temporary help to permanent dependency
Yep.
with coercion, for sure. Sometimes some commenters highlighted the wider family reaction, relatives blaming the homeowner rather than the aggressor.
Yep.
Pressure to be the bigger person.
I hate that phrase.
Me too. Silence about the violent act itself, collective minimalization and wrongdoing
Yep.
suggests a familiar dynamic.
Yep.
Families sometimes prioritize harmony over truth, even when harm occurs.
Yeah.
Practical advice often centered on preventing worse outcomes. Change the locks.
Yeah.
Install security systems.
100%.
Seek restraining
Get
orders.
a big mean dog.
Yeah. Or get restraining order.
Yeah. Well, see, here's how I feel about restraining orders. Restraining orders are basically like this. Here's
A piece of
it's
paper.
a piece of paper, right?
Right.
You have to carry that piece of paper with you everywhere. So if I have a restraining order against you, and you're coming for me, what am I going to give you a paper cut to defend myself?
Okay, so
And that's people end up dead because of that. Stuff.
well, not necessarily. Well, here's what happens
they do.
because I had to learn about this with my run-in with
Situation?
my last year situation with my spin career. Chief Michaud at the time said I needed to file paperwork to be able to get it in documentation. Because if, God forbid, something does happen to you and the police have no record of it, it does not help the case. But if you have record in that piece of paper that you referenced to, that you already have that, you can then
What if you're dead at that
go to
point?
town.
It don't matter.
But still, you still have legal documentation protecting your estate than anything so that no one can come and take it. Especially if it's a family member like this, because she sounds like
Listen,
single white female.
get a
She's
gun.
trying to take over the sister's stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, she should have. I think the sister was kind of weak on here. The Opie was kind of weak. She should have been ponied up a little bit on this. I mean,
Yeah.
there's been some psychological damages on this
Are there any
for sure.
updates? Please say yes.
No, there's no
Oh,
updates. You know, I
come
would have
on.
definitely told you there was an update if there was an update. So, but I do have some more questions about
Okay.
self-respect and recovery. Why can reclaiming your space feel both empowering and lonely at the same time?
Because sometimes when you have to tell someone, especially people that you really love and care about, it's very lonely because you're like, well, now the relationship is done.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of land in that spot of like, maybe I shouldn't have done that,
Yeah.
but.
Can
it's
relationships ever recover from these kind of boundaries? Do you
I
think
don't
they're
think so.
definitely done from this situation?
I hope they're done because who knows what the next level of this would be if the next situation arises.
Mm-hmm.
What would they do to her?
I know. I'm still stuck on that family word, and that's still what's going on in my head.
That doesn't give somebody, and people mistake that all the time. Just because your family doesn't give people the right to like toxically mistreat you and
Yeah.
take advantage.
Once violence enters the room,
it's a whole different ballgame.
do you think the conversation's over?
I think.
You think any kind of reconciliation conversation's over?
Once their violence enters the room, and she could say, "Well, my son did that." Well, you're his mother.
Yeah.
Where did he learn the behavior? Because we don't just wake up one day and become a very angry individual.
So some commenters shared personal experiences from distancing from toxic relatives, and here's some advice: go no contact,
Yes.
improve their lives. Chronic conflict drains mental health.
Yes.
True. Not all family relationships are salvageable.
Correct.
Case in point. And peace can require separation.
Yep.
This reframed the situation not just as a crisis, but a turning point, especially for this family. So, moral judgment among this, treating the story very seriously, the consensus was clear: the sister's demand was unreasonable.
Yep.
The nephew's behavior crossed a major line. Consequences were earned, not vindictive. The eviction was a response, not a punishment. I think
Agreed.
that's where the other sister needs to remember that.
She's
that
not going to.
It was the consequences were earned.
Because
in this situation.
the sister's personality, she did nothing wrong.
Yeah. Actions triggered
You did
outcomes.
this. You did
Actions
this to me.
Triggered outcomes for sure. So bottom line is serious commenters largely interpreted this case as a self-defense against escalating coercion, not cruelty towards family at all. Yeah, she is not the asshole is the judgment
No.
here. Let's go
Not
to
the asshole.
Panache and get a glow up. And
Let's bring her with us.
that would be, she has to pay.
Yeah.
Every guest, every time. Since 1987, Panache opened its doors to be a cut above the rest. Their mission at Panache is to care for their team, their guests, and community from scalp to soul and bring the joy to the world one service at a time. The Panache difference is their carefully chosen and highly trained staff there to exceed your expectations. The same goes for their elegant salon space, dedicated to guest comfort and devotion to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day and continually raising the bar by aligning with Aveda's mission. You gotta get panache.com and get with it, boo.
Oh, big shout out to Panache and the fun facial party they had last night. It was
I
a lot
wish
of
I got
fun.
to go.
They had a mini facial bar and it was super cute. And big shout out to Bruno. I got to meet Bruno from the pizza place down there, Bronx House Pizza. Yeah,
It's
so
good, it's good.
He made little mini bruschettas, which was great. And then they had pizza rolls, one with spinach
Yum.
and cheese, and the other one was pepperoni.
Yum.
Fantastic. Yeah, we're gonna get him on the show. So fun. All right, 3 news stories. You know the drill, right?
Yes.
Are these newsworthy or are they not? To this first one, Mama Monkey Miracle.
Okay.
Survival and a surprise baby bump. So, a rare monkey mom-to-be critically endangered carrying a tiny future heir to her species. And suddenly she needs emergency surgery. Not spa day surgery, not a nip and tuck. We're talking a full scrub-in, save 2 lives, don't blink surgery. Veterinarians performed the first ever procedure of its kind on this species while she was pregnant, basically threading a medical needle through a biological minefield. And guess what? She survived and the
yay.
baby survived. The species got a little plot twist of hope, and somewhere between the evolution exhaled, this monkey had a tougher prenatal plan than most humans.
When OBGYN meets Grey's Anatomy, Jungle Edition. So hear me out. This isn't just another cute animal story. We're not talking about Punch the Monkey.
I know.
This is species-saving medicine. When a critically endangered animal reproduces, every single baby matters. Losing that pregnancy could literally mean 1 fewer chance for survival.
Yeah.
Veterinary teams took an enormous risk because standard procedures don't exist for animals, and it's super duper rare.
Yeah, right.
Success means future vets now have a roadmap instead of a prayer candle. So humans are capable of enormous care, not just enormous chaos. And in a news cycle that often feels like a raccoon rummaging through a flaming dumpster, this is a win for life. It's significant.
Yeah.
Conservationists warn that endangered species often face extinction from habitat loss, poaching, and low birth
this
rates.
particular species of monkeys was going to be extinct, and so this is creating a lineage here.
Nature said, not today.
Not today, extinction.
Not today.
I think this is newsworthy, especially since this was a very rare surgery, and now this can open up the doors and helping other monkey births. I don't know
Yes.
I don't know if there's a term there for that or something. I say hashtag news for me.
Hashtag news for me.
All right, next-
Of course, I sent the story.
Well, not always. Sometimes you do piss on
I
yourself,
do
which
say,
is interesting.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm objective even to myself. Keep it real.
All right, story number 2. Dinner plans just filed for divorce. What? If you're planning a cozy night in with meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and emotional stability, the universe had a plot twist. Costco has recalled a popular ready-to-eat meal because it might be carrying an unwanted +1 named salmonella. We're talking about the Kirkland signature meatloaf with mashed Yukon potatoes and glaze. Basically comfort food in a plastic tuxedo.
Microplastics.
Sold across Florida and much of the country is now less family dinner and more CSI Kitchen edition. Officials say that one of the ingredients may be contaminated, so the official guidance is do not eat it, do not gamble with your gut, and maybe trust that suspiciously convenient dinner kit whispering sweet nothings from your fridge you might need to be ignored. No illness has been reported yet, which thank God, but let's be honest, nothing kills the vibe faster than realizing your meatloaf might be plotting against you. Diarrhea cha-cha-cha.
So I know food recalls sound boring, but this one actually matters a lot because people buy these ready-to-eat meals all the time.
I eat this. I love
Yeah.
this meatloaf platter from Costco.
So this recall affects meat sold between March 2nd and 13th with sale-by dates of March 5th through the 16th.
We need to tell the Robinsons. John Robinson loved this one.
Yeah, it spans Florida and more than 24 states plus D.C. and Puerto Rico. It comes from a supplier ingredient that may contain salmonella. So like David said, no confirmed illnesses, but Salmonella symptoms can stay for up to 6 hours, up to 6 days or later.
Oh, wow.
Which means someone could already be feeling awful without realizing why.
Shadooby-dooby-doo.
Listen, the meatloaf said, eat me, and science said, respectfully don't.
So yeah, big recall over at Costco. This meatloaf dinner with the Yukon potatoes. I would probably go for your full refund at your local Costco.
Nothing says adulthood like a casserole. Returning it for biohazard reasons.
Hashtag news. You got to let people know when salmonella's out.
Food is news.
I'm telling you, meatloaf. That meatloaf platter is very, very popular. It's delicious. Oh,
The foods
I hope
is
they
news.
fix that situation. I definitely, when I get it, I want it. All right, next up, big man, bigger heart. Shaquille O'Neal
Yeah, Shaq.
steps in when tragedy strikes. All right, this one isn't just for giggles and gossip. This one is the kind of story that lands like a piano drop from the sky. A 12-year-old girl, Jada West, collapses and dies days after a fight at her school bus stop. No dramatic movie ending, no miracle turnaround, just a family facing the unthinkable. And into the silence walks Shaquille O'Neal. 7 feet tall, yes, in a moment, in his heart, and that is enormous. He offered to pay for the funeral so Jada's family wouldn't have to carry the financial paperwork while carrying grief that was so heavy. No cameras were obviously requested, no jersey retirement ceremony, just a quiet, I got this. Sometimes the biggest assist isn't on the court, it's in the moment when someone else can't even stand.
You can't fix loss, but you can soften the fall. So when it matters most, these celebrities and these sports figures will step in. And I'll tell you, Shaq has done a lot of amazing things. He doesn't report a lot of it. A child died after a school-related fight, something communities everywhere fear. The cause of death is still under investigation, highlighting how serious physical altercations have now become.
Yeah.
And social media video of the incident raises questions about bystander culture and online amplification.
What's going on with the kids?
Well, they're fighting, but the fighting is getting more dangerous and more angry. Kids are now becoming very angry.
What's this called? The show up thing that they do?
Takeover, the teen takeovers.
I'm seeing a lot of it, especially
Yeah.
in spring break week. Right? What is this all about?
These kids put out on social media, but they put it up the day before of like where they're going to go and what they're going to do. But it's turning violent. And nowadays, people, instead of stepping in and reacting, and helping, they just videotape it.
So the sheriff from Orlando made a big statement about these takeovers, and they're really going after the influencers that are starting these, and they're really coming at them hard with some major fines because these essentially, Sonny's, I don't know if you have this in your neck of the woods, but the influencers will say, "Hey, big party in Jack's Beach tonight. Meet at the pier."
And then it just disappears
at 7:30. But literally, like hundreds, if not even 1,000, kids show up, and it's reckless. It's literally
guns and stuff.
Guns, and they're not bringing their best people. I don't say this. A lot of people say this.
But what happened to parents knowing where their kids are?
Yeah, and remember those commercials? It's 10 o'clock p.m.
Do you know where your kids are?
I think we need to bring that campaign back.
Yeah.
How can a community rally around a grieving family? And then this is what we do in St. Johns County.
Yeah.
Just like what Shaquille O'Neal did. He's setting the
awesome.
standard. I think this is newsworthy.
I think it's news too.
I think that's a brilliant thing what he did because he has obviously more money than Jesus H. Christ. So I love that he's
I'm going to cover your costs.
spreading it all over the world. All right, not
Agreed.
bad. You had some great news stories
I think
this
it was
week.
good. Go me. And I got 100 on my test today.
And you got 100. Well, let's see what happens on these horrible
Wait, aren't we going to bin 39?
horoscopes. Oh, yeah, let's go to bin 39. What am I doing? Bin 39.
I don't know.
Bin 39, the hidden gem of downtown St. Augustine since 2016. This is your secret getaway to a fabulous time. It's tucked away inside the lobby of the St. George Inn, and this charming spot boasts a courtyard setting that's straight out of a dream at the north end of St. George Street. Their wine collection features over 85 unique gems, is a journey into the extraordinary. You'll find wines from both small and large producers. They're open daily from 8 to 8 and Thursday to Sunday from 1 to 7. You got to check them out. Bin 39.
Now it's time for the
Yes.
horrible horoscopes. Hey, girl, hey, horrible horoscopes. Of course, we have Aquarius, and it looks like we have Pisces also on deck today. All right, Aquarius. Special features everyone, well, absolutely every scum, likes them as if they're made of gold. When it comes to chatter, they're worthy of competition for just the Gemini. They're eager to communicate even in an unfamiliar company, like a sailor after a long voyage is eager to get to the red light district. Oh my God. They always have the look of someone who fell out of a tree, and this is what fascinates others. It's kind of true, though, Aquarius. I mean, you kind of have this look. Aquarius has the slight flair of being messed up in the head, and their inexplicable charm attracts crowds of silly, enthusiastic fans. With all the visible and tangible fluffiness and awesomeness, they are potentially great criminals. Aquarius is always a con artist, even if only in their dreams.
Oh my God.
There is no Aquarius without criminality in their dark and shadowy past. They break the law without any remorse, and even, I'm not afraid of this word, with pleasure.
Oh, jeez.
They look like a cross between the Mad Hatter and Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
I could see that, Barbara Jean. I could see that. All right, Pisces.
Oh my God. It's all the fishy people.
There are two types of fish. The devils straight out of hell, who become blinded by their own mistakes, and the angels who are faithful, truly kind, with
The
unmistakable
pufferfish.
morals. And the vile kind of Pisces, as a rule, is forgiven for everything they do, while the angelic martyr Pisces irritate others with their unattainable
true.
holiness and sanctity. They can sleep around so much it is scary, but to catch them in the act or to make them admit it is even harder than you see wrinkles on a fish. Until the very last moment, you will look into their honest, tearful eyes and keep believing. Pisces are soulless assholes.
Oh my God.
With no more principles. They tend to bullshit everyone, even when there seems to be no need to thicken the fog and mislead people. They tend to idealize people and afterwards resent them for being truthful.
Oh my God.
They can suddenly start taking revenge on the world around them in abstract and freaking ideologic ways. It's also touching to see them live in their own delusions, even when they turn out to be scumbag fish who can't swim in reality.
Oh my God, you guys, I have to tell you,
That is painful. Oh.
You guys, these horoscopes, I think, are way better than the
It's
fun,
like
happy ones.
you like, remember like when you were little and you didn't know what a lemon tastes like and you bite into it for that sour, like, whoa.
that's the horoscopes. They're so good.
Well, Sonnies, that's a wrap on this Freak Show Friday.
Yes.
We chilled, we thrilled, we laughed, we thrived, and most importantly,
We survived.
this whole beautiful week of shows.
Yes.
Thank you so much for showing up and showing out. We will be back at what time?
Monday morning, 9 a.m. And guys, Monday is my mom's birthday.
Ooh, Maria. So excited. We love you guys so much. Hit that share button for us. Smash the likes, and we'll see you on the
Yes.
next episode, baby.
Bye, guys. Would you